Austria the world center for polka and the arts. On 20th of April, 1889, a young boy with artistic ambitions was born. In this school film, the 10-year-old Adolf Hitler occupies the middle of the top row with his arms crossed and face in a pose of demonstrative superiority. This young master was obviously not plagued by self-doubt. His teacher, Edvard Hüller, remembers him as a gaunt, pale lad who was definitely talented in the arts. Considering his undeniable gifts, Hüller said, Hitler should have done far better. The young lad was rebellious, independent, dogmatic, and hot-tempered, so often spent more hours in detention than painting and drawing. His father's embittered rejection of Hitler's artistic ambitions, artistic painter, over my dead body. Well, Mr. Hitler, history may paint a very different picture of your son, Adolf.
Ladies and gents, we present to you today, hey, pipe down, would ya, you guys at the back? And young lady, if you wouldn't mind, take off the hat. To our great historical gangster play featuring for the very first time on these here boards the truth about the docks, the city, and the construction fraud. The Resistible Rise of one Arturo Ui. I think you'll recognize him as we go through the worst crash in all of our history. And furthermore, we have for your instruction, Dogsborough confesses to corruption. The warehouse fire trial, what a number. Dolefleet murdered. Justice in a coma. See the mob slice up their own Ernesto Roma. And then, folks, the great finale of our show, gangsters storm the town of Cicero. You'll see our actors use their art sublime to play the giants of organized crime. Gangsters living, gangsters dying, gangsters selling, and gangsters buying. Gangsters born and gangsters made, so let's begin our fascist parade. First up, Dogsborough. Brothers and sisters, I give you the rock, the pillar of our community. Yeah, what a crock. Though old man's heart is black, though his hair is white, he hangs his head in shame, as well you might. Where are your manners, you coffin dodge and wreck? Okay, vamoose. Who we got now? It's Javola, one of Ui's guys. He sells flowers and packs of goddamn lies. Look at him licking his lips with that slippery tongue. Take a hike, Joe, that's right, hop along. Who we got now? It's Roma, Ui's lieutenant. Charming as a cobra. Shorty, they say Roma wasn't built in a day. Watch him get it demolished in this play. Who we got now? It's Shiri, king of the You've never figured that this Joker could be the cruelest hitman in all of our history. Hold it there, pal. One more killer fact. This guy likes to keep his victim's hat as a memento. You believe that? And now, folks, please pray silence for the boss, the notorious public enemy #1, Arturo Ui. You ever seen that play, Richard III? Guys are ringer. Last time we ever saw or heard of such a tidal wave of blood and war, the War of the Roses, centuries before. In light of all of which, ladies and gents, management has gone to great expense to present to you this cavalcade device. Hence the slightly higher admission price. Please note, everything that we show you here is true. Nothing has been invented just for you. This is the Resistible Rise of Arturo Ui. It says so on your ticket. Well, folks, hang on to your hat. It's time to kick it. Off! Everybody ready in the wings? Yeah! This, our gangster spectacle, begins.
God damn, this depression.
It's like Chicago's a little girl, sent out to the store to buy the milk, but the thing is, there's a hole in her penny and Mama's pennies are gone. So now she's scrabbling for them in the gutter.
Yeah, Thursday, last. 10 Moon invited us and 80 more of his special friends to lunch down at the St. James for his birthday, see?
Except on Wednesday, his company took a dive, and so did he, from the 33rd floor. This switch from boom to busted was lightning fast.
And all the while, ships roll into port, full to bursting with our imported greens, and not a buyer in sight.
It's like night fell, in the middle of the day. Boom, just like that.
Robber and Clive under the hammer.
Wheeler's too bankrupt.
Big Gavelock selling up his garage business.
Hey, where's she?
And no time to come, he said. Too busy running around from bank to bank trying to raise a loan.
You're kidding.
Nope.
In other words, the cauliflower trade in the city is over. Finished.
Come now, gentlemen. Chins off the floor. We're not dead yet.
You call this living?
Why so gloomy? The vegetable trade is pretty solid fundamentally. 4 million Chicagoans still need their greens, and we're here to supply them.
What's the news from the grocery stores?
Rotten. Customers buy half the cabbage on credit.
Business stinks.
Well, there was this one idea.
Oh yeah, what's this?
Well, Butcher and I, we got to thinking. See, we pay a king's ransom in city business taxes. For years we have. So we thought it's high time that they...
They gave something back.
in the shape of a loan, see? A city loan that we could put towards...
Dock extension, maybe. Improvement works.
and we don't have to squeeze our margins, so...
You put it to Dogsboro.
What'd he say?
He said he wouldn't touch it.
Wouldn't touch it. Oh, damn his eyes. The high and mighty boss of the waterfront turns his back on us.
But we've been bankrolling his election for how long now?
Forever.
Damn that white sepulcher. All those years running the yard canteen before he got into politics, the trust was his daily bread.
Yeah, well, bottom line, it's Dogsboro or bust. The man is, well, good, see?
For what?
He's good, that's all. And so's his reputation. A loan like ours needs an honest sponsor. Someone they wouldn't dream of asking for guarantees, receipts, etc. That's Dogsboro. People believe in him. They may not believe in God anymore, but in Dogsboro they trust.
To His Holiness, Chicago's not a city of bricks and mortar, of daily struggle, of homeless families in soup kitchens, not, but an idea. Like something out of the Bible.
I've never liked him.
No sense of humor.
That man doesn't know his ass from his mustache.
That's right. The man lacks knowledge.
Yeah, and empathy. He doesn't give two figs for our concerns. What's cauliflower to him?
Used to dish it out in his canteen, sure, but did he ever stop to think where it came from?
Ever stop by our warehouses, huh? Ever ask about the price of gasoline, the distribution, the trucks? I don't believe so.
20 years is that we filled his coffers. He can go to hell as far as I'm concerned.
Maybe we should make it our concern to make hell come to him. Teach him a lesson. Dogsboro hasn't got the first idea how tough it is for us. He shall wear our skin, walk in our shoes. I'm sorry for the man, but learn he must. So listen, here's my plan.
City fight outside the vegetable exchange.
Yeah, I tried every last place, pillar to post. Pillar was in a meeting, post was in the top. Way things are, old friends are turning their backs on one another.
So what do you say?
Yeah, 2 are off.
I say, you want to slap up dinner for the price of the tip of the bar tab on the house. Yeah, all things considered? No. No, and don't ask me what I think to use. You wouldn't like to hear it.
You'll not get a better price, my friend.
I thought my friends valued me more.
Yeah, well, money's got expensive.
Oh, ain't that the truth? But you know the saying, don't you? About a friend in need? Well, here I am, your friend indeed.
Look, whichever way you slice it.
Yeah, I lose the yard. I know. That's not all. My wife for 16 years. I'm Mabel. Love of my wife. I won't see her for dust.
Yeah, but if you sell...
If I sell? Yeah, she might stick around another year. Maybe. Till it's all gone. But I still can't figure why you want the yard.
Did it ever occur to you we might want to help?
Whoa! What was I thinking? Imagine that! No, that never did occur. You know what did occur? That you might be robbed and be blind. What will next occur? Well, that's anybody's guess.
Now you're sounding bitter.
Yeah, it doesn't suit you.
It's better to be bitter when you're bitten, boys. Leaves the biter with a bitter taste. Oh, hey, I don't know that sandwiches.
He does. He's after us with business propositions.
And it's a sign of the times. The city's full of people like Ui, eating up the town like a leprosy.
Finger placed, then an arm, then a shoulder. No one knows where they come from. Some deep stinking hole.
Murder, robbery, slaughter,
It's
extortion!
a plague, I tells you. That'll be wiped out.
Oh, yeah. Clearly contagious.
Look, you think about the deal.
Or else.
Whoa! Whoa! You know, you got things in common with these marchers, you know that? You think about the deal or else shit, you even sound like them. Why not just say, reach for the sky, sucker? That's what you mean. So here you go, boys. Take the shipyard, I surrender. Kick me as a down payment, kick me in the ass! Come on, what are you waiting for?
You're crazy!
Oh, I wish I were! If only, oh God, if only.
Extra, extra! Audition night at Goebbels Restaurant.
1, 2, 3, go.
She's the one.
Wow. Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. Okay, all right. Okay, let's take off.
Lucky bastard. Afraid you had to waste your journey, gents. I'm still against your schemes. Fishy business, in my opinion. Can't help you.
Forget about it. We've asked you a question. You said no.
I wouldn't touch the 10-foot pole. Dock improvements, come on. I've heard it all before, my friends. Can't help you.
My father says he wouldn't touch it.
Forget about it. Really?
Look, the Treasury is not a free-for-all for speculators and accumulators to dip their sticky fingers into.
Yeah, no dipping your sticky fingers into it.
Take a seat, will you? All right, look. What your boys selling?
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower. That's a staple as far as I'm concerned. Chicago does not live by steak alone. It comes to the choice of a vegetable in season. You serve the meat and no veg, but this place would be empty.
It would.
But now, in grateful recognition of your 2 decades of selfless dedication,
On this auspicious anniversary, we'd like to offer you
this,
And what, pray tell, is that?
the controlling stock to Sheets Shipyard for $20,000.
And it's worth twice that, of course, whenever you want to liquidate.
Butcher Flake, what's this all about?
May I?
Go ahead.
You know us. We don't just give things away. School of hard knocks, we are. Look after number 1. So, when you knocked us back and with such fervor, forceful eloquence, denied on principle to entertain our stupid, that's the only word for it, stupid proposal. Well, tell them in.
We were shocked!
Forget about it. And the mood down at the office.
Oh, see nothing like it. Some men will move to tears, naming no names, to spare his blushes.
One fella cried out, God in heaven, good old honest Dogsboro, he saved us from ourselves.
This is our thank you.
And, what's your angle?
Why must there be an angle? It is just what it is. An offer.
And we would be so glad if you'd take it. I mean, look at you there, still working with your hands.
The hands that washed 100,000 glasses. The cleanest, safest pair of hands in town. Let them take this as a late reward for all your labors. It's a scandal, truly, that you're still poorer than your poorest guest. Well, no more.
For once, the gravy train is stopping where it should.
I don't know what to say.
No need. Just take.
The shipyard's my life, you know. The cranes towering above and the singing of the stevedores.
watching the sea. Will the one I love be coming back to me? I cover the waterfront. I'm watching the sea, for the one I love must soon come back to me.
It's a fine view.
Forget about it.
And Sheep, what's happening with him?
Frankie Sheet? He's moving in the liquor.
All right, but no one gives away a major shipping yard just like that. I'm looking for the catch, the strings.
Attached to this?
Can't see him.
Because they're on them. See?
I'll think it over. Look at this, my boy. Haven't I always taught you? Honesty's it's on the board. Well, here's a handsome dividend, and when I shuffle off the buffalo, you may inherit more than just my good name. Here's something you can eat.
If you accept.
We love the benefit of your considerable experience. Both of yous.
Yeah, you'd be cauliflower men, like us.
Butcher, Blake, I'm in.
My father says we're in.
Crime boss Arturo Ui and his gang of bookmakers on 122nd Street.
Arturo, boss, snap out of it, would you? This inspection here be open, man. People are starting to talk now.
Talk about me. I wish to Christ, follow me. The short memory of these people. You don't ice nobody for 2 months. That's it. Your history. Am I right? Make me sick. My guns go silent, so do their typewriters. I could build a dozen coffins when they lift a finger. See, it's influence that really counts, not your actions day to day. And influence depends on how much dough you got, that's true.
What?
This racket, I got half a mind to pack it in.
You can't do that, boss. You gotta ask where he goes. The boys just get tired of being broke.
Hey! Some mook used to slug in the parking meter. God, it's nothing sacred. Boom, 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 boom.
People are queer, they're always grown, scrambling and rushing about. Why don't they stop someday? Address themselves this way. Why are we here? Where are we going? It's time that we found out. We're not here to stay. We're on a short holiday. I'm just a bowl of cherry. Don't make it serious. Life's too mysterious. You work, you save, you worry so, but you can't take your dough when you go. So keep repeating it's the berries. The strongest hope must fall. The best things in life to you are just lost. So tell me, how can you ever lose what you never own? Life is just a bowl of cherries.
cops rob a bank, we're gonna be skinned.
They tried to shoot me.
You were robbing a bank. And anyway, there was just
One shot. To me, they can't shoot straight. Lucky for me. And how about that judge? No, seriously.
I saved your bacon on.
My thanks, beloved alibi.
The law don't shoot the greengrocers. The banks, they shoot Arturo. Listen to me. We started in 40 seconds. Came in some windows, smashed a few stores, gasoline all over the buildings. Then, a couple of days later, Sunday best, punished in the puppy hole. Jury-based visit offering protection, peace of mind, for a modest 10%.
No! I need protection for myself first! You got no guarantee until you own the law. Start from the top, that's the way to do it. If I could just put one judge in my pocket, I put a roll of greenbacks in a hiss. Till then, the law's against me. Any cool-big cop can fill me full of holes.
I hear you. That's the way you want to play each mold you got. You got a keynote approach at high places. The Cauliflower Trust, for example. He says it stinks something rotten, something that Tom Tom's gonna loan me for sitting all by Dogsboro, and to go on fishing building works. Look who's here. Ted Rag, from you.
What's that?
Guy knows all the stock prices. Hey, Ted.
Hey, Aroma, how's your luck? Hey, Ui, how's life in Capua?
What's he saying?
Oh, you know, the lazy place in ancient Italy. Hannibal's army wintered there, and guess what?
No talking.
They stayed in Metal Day, got the easy life. They all got a little ring rush.
Shut him up.
Be nice, Ted. Say you, hear anything on the wire about a certain city loan for the cauliflowers? How'd they swing that?
Nothing to you. Unless you guys want a piece of the vegetable pie. Can't say I blame you. Mr. Dogsboro, he'll make straight the ways for you, no problem. Will we stand by and watch an otherwise healthy business shrivel up and die in this here present drought? Never! Bravo! Not a dry eye in the chamber. The tragic story of the cauliflower moved grown men to tears. They felt it truly, like they cut half a dozen onions. And you know what? They passed massive subsidies through. Sad to say, your shiny Tommy guns just can't compete.
Don't do this, Ted. He's in the dumpster.
Well, why am I not surprised with Javola gone hobbling around to talk about the job with the other mob?
That's a lot, you skunk. You leave Giuseppe out of this.
Fuck Daisy! Still chief assistant bride to Harper Long Joe. Fourth isn't assistant bride of a third lieutenant or a second-rate fading star. Open a face!
Somebody sock the bastard.
Do it now.
Louie! No rough stuff! I'm on the press!
Go home, Ted. Don't say too much.
Be seeing you!
Come on. Yeah, and they're off with the deal of 17 3-year-olds. Classic violent water test worth $100,000.
Yo, let's just change this ride before a race, huh? I'll take it for a ride out in the woods.
You're awful jumpy.
Is it any wonder? These guys treat me like something they stepped in. They have more respect for horse manure.
Freeze!
No, it's the cops!
Whoosh! What do you say?
Hey, who's this you sweet?
It's a present for you, boss. Meet Mr. Bone, Sheets accountant.
Yeah, get them out of here.
Hey, well, I was his accountant, that is, until last week, until that no good bastard.
He grabbed a lip of cauliflower or something. This one gags.
That's Dogsboro.
What Dogsboro? What about
He's the nugget boss.
Sebastian second.
Satch, from Sheep Shipyard?
But it's Dogsboro's. Now, see, our friend there, Mr. Bull, was witness when Butcher signed over 51% of the shipyard stock from the trust to Dogsboro.
So what?
It's a disgrace.
Think about it, boss.
The trust arranged for a city loan to save the shipyard from folding.
While secretly...
Dogsboro's sitting inside the trust. Hey, that's corruption. Jesus, Dogsboro.
The papers came through the shipyard, through me, but I didn't sign for sheep. I signed for Dogsboro.
You can't believe it. Crusty old dog breath, Mr. Respectable.
And he fires me when all the time his nose has been in the trough. That swine!
Don't testify.
I'm sure you will.
Roma, this is it. We waited, and now it's time.
The wheel is in motion, Bull. You have no idea what you've unleashed.
Yeah, about that conversation.
Oh, don't worry, pal. You'll get what's coming for you. I know the chief.
Maybe I'm right, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm weak, and maybe I'm strong, but
and maybe I'll lose, and maybe I'm in for crying the blues, but nevertheless I'm in love with you. But nevertheless I'm in love with you.
Doctor's country house.
I made a terrible mistake accepting the keys to this place. What was I thinking sponsoring that loan? I absolutely maintained that it was in the best interest of the city. Showing up the vegetable trade and stimulating growth.
Of course it was.
But saying yes to this place, just as I was arguing for the funding of a concern that was secretly my own, that was wrong and improper. We're dangling on a hook, son.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Shut up. The stock was just to whet our appetite like peanuts at the bar. You can't resist them, but the thirst they give you takes an awful lot of quenching. Now practically all the capital's evaporated. A butcher helped himself and flaked and all the rest of the cauliflowers, and so did I. Meanwhile, the docks remain thoroughly unextended. Not a dime has been spent on girders or cement or labor. It's corruption.
Yes, Father.
Our only saving grace is I didn't beat the drum about the deal at Chief's request, which means it is a trade secret.
Telephone for you, sir. Mr. Butcher, Cauliflower Trust.
Butcher? What can he be wanting on a Sunday? You can get it from me, Butcher, son.
There you go, young master.
It really is a sensational view. Oh, the silver poplars are like a chorus lining with this air just... Oh, smells of freshly turned furrows and wood smoke.
The message is, City Council's voted to investigate.
Holy crap.
Father,
What else did he say?
he wants to see you urgently.
No, don't you dare let him in here. They can't do anything to me the years I have given to the city.
There's a Mr. Ui here to see you, sir.
Ui.
He wants to speak with you. Mr. Flake sent him, he says.
That cauliflower gang. They're threatening me with monsters now. My Jewish priest. I have nothing to say to the likes of Arturo Ui. The very thought of it makes my skin crawl.
Mine too.
Mr. Dogsborough.
Get out! Get out of my house!
Take it easy, my friend.
Don't you tell me what I cannot do.
It's Sunday. Day of rest, ain't it? Go get yourself a little funk. Looking for the old pump.
You were asked to leave, and so this way, please.
This your kid. Chip off the old potato.
Mr. Dogsborough.
Go call the police.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, Sonny. Friends of ours might take issue. Know what I mean?
You mean to threaten violence?
What about persuasion? Point of fact.
Mr. Dogsborough. Sit down, kid. You don't know me from nothing. What you may have heard, forget that. My name is blackened by the envious. My motive is misunderstood, left, right, and center. Rumor has 100 tongues, and all of them are vicious. Here's my side. I blew into this windy city 15 years since, just an ordinary Joe from the Bronx, for company, just 7 like-minded boys like me, real hungry, determined to grab a hold of Lady Fate, steer her around the dance floor once or twice, and maybe, by the end of the night, who knows, we could strike it lucky, see what I'm saying? Now we're 30 strong, and still recruiting, so you're obviously wondering, what's the score? What does the Bronxer want with me? Here it is, a little thing. It's very aggravating to have your every action misconstructed, taken for a hoodlum or what have you. Especially by the boys in blue, for whom I have nothing but the highest regard. They have my admiration, and I would like theirs in return. Is that too much to ask?
Ui, are you suggesting that I vouch for you?
Maybe, depending on how things go with the greengrocers.
Oh, and what's your connection to the grocery trade?
Just getting to that. I have decided that it must be protected by force if necessary.
Protected? Protected from what?
Oh, you never know. All kinds of things. Threats, I sniff them out and I stiff them.
I don't see any present threat to the
Not
grocery
now,
trade.
maybe. But I look ahead, and I ask myself, how long can these grocers go on selling their greens in peace when law enforcement in the city is so corrupt? Who is for the little grocer when an asshole throws a house brick through his windows and lifts his cash box? Look at the picture.
I hardly think they'll go for it.
Listen, sir, between you and me, these storekeepers, they're dopes. They work hard, sure, but up here, limited. They need a leader.
Now, Ui, you've clearly given this an awful lot of thought, but why bring this to me? I'm not a grocer.
We'll come to that. Now, this is my prescription. The trust could do with maybe 30 men. 60 knuckle dusters under me.
You're crazy if you think for just a second they'll swap out their typewriters for Tommy guns.
They both go rat-a-tat-tat, don't they, sir?
Louis, I've said it before and I'll say it again. The trust is of no business of mine.
We'll get to that. Oh, I understand. You're twitchy at the notion of big armed men galumphing through your offices. What if they take over the joint? No. Remember, you're the one writing the paychecks. Look, I have 20 followers right now. Or is it 19? 19. Fewer by the day. They drift away. It's hard to keep them all, interested. If you don't help me, you got it. Please say yes.
Tom, come, please.
You're not serious.
Criminal, you criminal! I got the goods! I got the goods on you, pal! That city cash shipped over to the docks, where is it? It's dynamite! If you don't behave, I'll shove it up your ass and light the fuse! I know you own Sheets Shipyard, all right? So play nice, huh? There's talk of an investigation.
They won't investigate. My friends
That
will
was
never...
yesterday, pal, when you had friends. Think of the past now, friends in the future. Don't worry though, sir. I'll look out for you. Me, Arturo Ui. Me.
They won't investigate. I am whiter than white.
Sure, you're squeaky clean, except in a couple of dirty little secrets. Don't worry though, sir. I'll save you. If any mug touches a hair on this head, just say the word, and I'll fill him full of lead. What do you say?
I would sooner die than help you with your rackets.
Warning you. I'll rip your throat out.
Don't scare me.
Just look at me, would ya? I just turned 40 and I'm still a nobody. In my last hope, you've got to help me. Please.
Never.
My rackets, as you choose to call them, will take root and multiply. I promise you. Come, Roma.
Breathe. God, investigation. They won't. They wouldn't. No. Crucify me.
City Hall. Dogsboro accused of embezzlement and abuse of public office.
Will the town leaders come to order?
Ui's late.
I suppose he's still with Sheep. Goddamn.
Sheet's gotta say still on the docket.
Yeah, but what if he refuses?
He's gotta do it.
Even if it means 5 years in the slammer?
He'll have done the math. Take the time, do the rap, then cash in.
Yeah, bada bing, bada boom.
Hey, oh God, I'm so sorry. How are you? I'm so sorry. What? How you doing? He looks good. Fine, it's been a while. How you
Murdered.
Jesus Christ!
Are you all right, sir?
I'm fine. It'll pass.
Looks like the unexpected death of Sheet has just torpedoed this investigation.
Okay, see, how will you proceed? Sheet's death?
So unexpected.
Stymies your inquiry, surely.
Stymied? Why, yes, certainly I am.
Well, you never alone went to the shipyard, don't you? I mean, that's crystal clear.
Oh, yes, only I have not the first clue who owns the shipyard.
Wise ass.
What's her game?
You look a little flushed there, Mr. Dogsboro. Somebody bring him a glass of water, please. God, poor Sheet. I dare say some will take the view he'll soon be 6 feet under, so why not fling a little more dirt his way? I suspect. I hope you've chosen well, sir.
Hey there, Butcher, Clark.
Arturo.
Hey, Dogsboro. All right, what questions you got? Go ahead, shoot.
Dogsboro, really?
What's the matter, okay?
Yeah, is there a problem here?
Fuck you talking about?
Some order, please! Who are these clowns?
Friends of mine.
And that is?
Ernesto Roma, my consiglio.
And the rest of them?
Who cares?
Very well, Mr. Ui. We will go forward on the understanding that Dogsboro's eloquent silence means you his confidence and would be glad of ours. So then I ask you,
Where are the contracts?
What do you mean? What contracts?
Contracts that the shipyard are to have signed
What contractors?
when they hired the contractors for the dock extension works. You understand?
I don't know from no contractors.
Are you certain?
So you mean the honor, Mr. Ui?
Did you speak with Sheet about the contracts?
No, and anybody says different, I say he's a dirty liar.
Okay, well, Mr. Doxborough asked you to look into this business, did he not?
And I've looked into it, yeah.
So, may we hear your findings?
Sure. It was Frank Sheet.
Oh, really? How convenient. Sheet, the silent Sheet that you never spoke with.
What are you talking about? Is this dame cracked or what? Sheet's your man. Sheet's the guilty party.
Sheet's in the city morgue. You didn't know?
The morgue? He's dead. Jesus wept. See, I was in Cicero last night. We both were, Ernie and me.
Sure what?
That's why I didn't get the news. I'm shocked. Somebody threw a sheet over me. It's as plain as the nose on lovely Mabel's face. His suicide was obviously prompted, caused, in point of fact, by the enormous guilty burden of his rotten conscience.
Oh, very fascinating, Mr. Ui. But suicide it wasn't.
Well, like I said, I wasn't Cicero, so I'm not in full possession of the facts. But this one fact we know beyond a shadow. The Frank Sheet we thought an honest businessman was just a no-good fraudster all along.
Thank you, Ui. Now, if you finished libeling the dead, de mortis non nisi bonum and all of that, what did she say?
I think she means refrain from pissing on the fellow's grave.
Sheet will be examined by a higher court than this one. Here on Earth, however, Mr. Dogsborough, we come to you.
Yeah, don't say anything.
Oh, Casey,
What do you want with Dogsboro?
Do you own the shipyard, Dogsborough?
What the hell?
Did you not address the city council speaking out for the Cauliflower Trust?
Speaking out for us with integrity.
How they were desperate. A vital industry down to their last nickel. Cauliflowers crying out for capital investment. If only we would pass them through alone. Were we in fact hearing the venal voice of a vested interest?
Slander!
Shameful! Can't you see the man
Disgraceful.
down
What kind of
Quiet!
what is this?
The boss is speaking.
I really think it's shocking. Way out of line to insult an elder statesman of the city. Just look, would you? Just look at these innocent features. I ask you, is this the face of an embezzler? Is there, behind this furrowed brow, the brain of a criminal mastermind? I tell you, if there is, this world is finished. Inside's out, good's evil, vice versa.
Yeah, we should be building statues to the man, not accusing him of bribery.
And fraud and the abuse of public office. For I believe this benighted shipyard was not Sheet's, but wholly owned by this man when the loan was passed.
I'd stake my life on this man's
Well,
house.
Casey, you'll withdraw.
Where's your witnesses?
My thoughts exactly. Bring him in now, please. Who was it this time?
Some kind of sick joke?
Oh, Casey, was your witness...
Was his name Bull?
So it was. Yet another strange coincidence.
Damn you, bastard! We're through, you understand me?
Gentlemen, please get me out of here.
Mr. Dogsborough, congratulations. Don't worry about the mess. They'll clean it up.
Be or not to be, that is not the question. I decided long ago to be. With me, it's what to be. Now this is a suggestion. Good or bad, which is the best for me. When you're after fun and laughter, then aggravate you. Some form and say, oh, form of my little grave. Oh, if it's naughty, rude, your lips. Take your shoulder, take your gift. The little lady who says I wanna be bad. And if it's naughty, then sleepy, wanting, laugh and then. And the answer is yes, I wanna be bad. Nobody cares just how blue and how rosy I am. If I have troubles and laugh
Going around all the dives doing speeches for fingers of whiskey.
Is that right?
Yeah, that, allegedly. Real classic.
Okay, then, let's get right to it. One or two of my associates have passed comments here and there. They say my electrocution, whatever the hell, it needs work. See, I'm branching out a little. Politics, maybe, that sort of thing. So I need some lessons in speaking. Actions, too. Which is where you come in.
Huh?
Start with the walk. How do you do this walk you do in the theater or the opera?
Yeah, I understand you. You mean the grand style. Julius Caesar. Hamlet. Mr. Ui, you have before you a tragic case. Quite ruined by the bard. If it weren't for him, I'd be on Broadway still. Oh, Shakespeare is my first and last Mr. Ui. You've come to the right man. Old Mahoney will teach you the rudiments of classical style and the time it takes to make an omelet.
Okay then, let's crack some eggs. Show me the walk they do in this Billy Shakes.
I think we got the wrong guy.
It's not bad at all.
Boss, they can't. It's not in front of the trust. They be in stitches.
Why, what's funny about it?
It ain't natural.
Nothing's natural nowadays. When I walk into a room, I want them to notice me.
Well, they'll notice more.
Head back. Chest forward. Good. Will you touch the ground, point your toe first. Touch the elbow. Good. Oh, my. Very good. Mr. Ui, you are natural. Your arms, however, well, you look like a duck. Why don't you try join your arms in front of your privates like so. Good walk. Oh, that's gravel. Relax. Get manly. Now keep your head back. Oh, there we go. Just the ticket, Mr. Ui. A commanding gait. Anything else I can do for you?
I want to know how to stand properly. In front of a crowd, you know?
All you need is a couple of big goons.
See, that's where you're wrong. I want them looking at me, not the schmoes behind me. Okay, fix me.
Yes, that's a start. But a little common, yes. You don't want to be mistaken for a barber. Why don't you try folding your arms like this? Just a small adjustment, Mr. Ui, but the difference is really tremendous. Take a look.
Oh, yeah, see what you mean.
Yes, infinitely better.
What's all this in aid of anyway? For them stuffed shirts at the Cauliflower.
Christ, no! Don't you ever listen, huh? It's for the little people. Take Clark from the Trust, for example. The guy makes an impression. Like, he's high and mighty. I want some of that.
Hey, but, won't some people think it's phony?
Oh, sure, you're literary types. You're intellectuals. Screw that. I want the look the little people expect their king to have. Bottom line, this knows.
Who are?
The huddled masses, the great unwashed, the silent majority.
I get it.
Now sitting. How to sit.
Oh, what? Yeah, sorry, yes. Please see, Mr. Ui. Sitting is the true test of a performer. There are men who can stand, there are men who can walk, but show me a man who can sit with conviction. Now, Mr. Ui, always choose a seat with a backrest, but do not lean against it. Good. Hands on thighs, and close your legs, but that's fine. And elbows away from the body. Too far. Ah, yes. How long can you hold that, do you think?
As long as I like.
Well then, Mr. Ui, everything is perfect.
I got to thinking, boss. You know, thinking ahead. When Dogsborough's no longer with us, have you thought about replacements yet? Well, I reckon Jerry could fill the vacancy. He's got a way with people. He's real folksy like. Knows how to ham it up and laugh the plaster right off the ceiling if he has to. You might want to talk to him about this hobby of his, though, collecting hats. It's getting out of hand.
Collecting what?
Oh, he rubs the hats off of people that he rubbed out. Now, personally, I think it's
His
different.
choice of headwear is no concern of mine or yours. His hobbies are his affair. Now speaking.
Yes. Oh, thank God. Speaking. Yes. Shakespeare. Nothing. Oh, who am I kidding? This isn't real. Shakespeare. Nothing but the best. In fact, I have a copy of Julius Caesar, the Roman hero. Now, give me 1 moment. Oh, yes, here we are. Mark Antony's. Caesar's body lies before him. He speaks against Brutus, the ringleader of the assassins. Oh, it's perfection. You know, I played Antony in Des Moines in 1908. All right, come. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Join me. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred. What? Interred. It's Shakespeare. It's I am a pentameter. That's what Shakespeare is. The good is oft interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. Good. The noble Brutus hath told you Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it was a grievous fault, and grievously hath Caesar answered.
Here, under the leave of Brutus and the rest. For Brutus is an honorable man. So are they all. All. Come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When that the poor hath cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. But Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. You all did see that on the Lupercal I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious. And sure, he is an honorable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him?
City final on the Chicago docks. Arturo Ui talks merchants into paying protection money.
Murder, slaughter, robbery, extortion, machine guns, spraying bullets in broad daylight. Comes to something when our citizens are mown down on the steps of City Hall on their way to testify, which is their civic duty. And how do the city fathers react to this outrage? I'll tell you, my friends. By sitting on their well-fed asses, that's how. Because they got tangled webs to weave, don't they? Too busy making deals and greasing palms.
Right, boss.
For the common man, the ordinary Joe, these are dangerous days. Chaos reigns because it's every man for himself. Dog eats dog. Carnage, I tell you. What comes next? I'll tell you, my friends. I'm a mild-mannered grocer, minding my own business in my store one fine morning when in walks this mouth-breather demanding money with benefits. Hands in the air. Maybe he blows the tires to shreds on my delivery truck. Terrifying. We can't be expected to do business in this climate, am I right? These hands were made for making pickles, coleslaw, for boxing broccoli, not for sticking up while two-bit hoodlums run amok. That's right. So now, you gotta ask yourselves, do I got the balls for the fight back? Well, do you people, huh? Because swear to God, ain't no use cowering behind the counter, fingers in your ears. No use hoping they'll have a change of heart, throw down their Smith & Wessons and be good boys. We're talking human nature here. So you gotta sharpen up, get organized, and get protection. Right now, you're a mess. disunity, disharmony, no leader to put you straight. The only thing you agree on, you don't care to pay 20%. Well, I'm here to tell you, friends, every last thing's got its price, including peace of mind. The only thing you get for free in this life is your mammy's milk. Everything else you need needs paying for. Myself and my associates stand ready to offer you everything you need to keep your business peaceful. Ours is a professional operation, as this friend and associate, Mr. Clark, in person from the Trust, will now confirm as he addresses you and any lingering concerns, okay? Mr. C, you have the floor.
Welcome, sir. And may I say that it's a very great honor that the Cauliflower Trust is right behind our initiative.
Friends, fellow traders, the Cauliflower Trust well understands the hardships caused by this recent slump in demand. It's because the wholesale prices are too goddamn high. I hear you cry. But did you ever think to stop and ask why the wholesale prices are so goddamn high? It's because the packers, and the drivers, and the dockers, they're putting in these outrageous wage demands, trying to bleed us dry. And wouldn't you know it, half of them are foreigners. That's right. So Mr. Ui's brief is actually quite straightforward. He and his associates are tasked at finding these men and taking them in hand.
I must just take a breath here to acknowledge a man whose solid, reassuring presence, whose very names become a byword for plain dealing, for good, old-fashioned values. Take a bow there, Mr. Dogsborough. I owe you everything. I was a drifter, a waif, and stray from the Bronx. You welcomed me, offered me your fatherly affection. I'll never forget the first time you called me son. Blood we may not be, but we share a bond.
So, there we go, folks. Boss has pretty much covered everything. Touched all bases. Any questions? Some quizzical faces? Come on, speak your mind then. What's that pussy foot around that can't stand any of this mealy-mouth crap? Oh, come on. We're not gonna bite ya, honest.
Don't hold back now. Joe Givola, by the by. You fine folks know my flower emporium, don't ya? Well, what'll it be then? Insurance? Or is it murder, robbery, extortion?
Truthfully, it's been pretty quiet around my place. I've had no trouble.
Me neither. The way I like it.
Same over in my place.
You sure about that?
Yeah. Well, obviously you read things in the papers, arson, etc. The kind of thing Mr. Ui was referring to, I guess.
But it's mostly in the bars downtown. Windows smashed, liquid poured down the drains. There's nothing touching the vegetable trade.
Thank God.
But look at Mr. Sheets and Mr. Bowl. Certainly touched them. Now they're on the ground.
Yeah, that's awful, but what's it got to do with us?
I hear you. What's your name, my friend?
Harry Cohen.
A Jew.
Grateful lady begs leave to express her gratitude to Mr. Ui in your hearing. Mrs. Bull, tragically young to be a widow. Her husband, accountant to the Cauliflower Trust, was on his way to City Hall to do his civic duty when he was cruelly cut down by assailants unknown. Mrs. Bull.
Mr. Ui, I am grieving for my husband who was, as he just said, cruelly cut down while headed to City Hall to do his civic duty. I wish to express my heartfelt thanks for them flowers that you sent to me and my little girl, aged 6 years of age, who has been cruelly robbed of her father, who was cruelly... Dear sirs, I am only a poor widow, and all that I have to say to you is that without Mr. Arturo Ui, me and my little girl would be out on the street. And that's a fact. I will never forget what you've done for us, sir.
Oh, beautiful. Where'd I put my hanky?
How'd I do?
Mrs. Bull, condolences. This madness has got to stop. This criminal crime wave.
Hey, where do you think you're going, huh? We ain't concluded. We'll, have a song to send off poor what's-his-name. Take it away, Jimmy.
Oh, Daddy boy, the pipes are calling. From glen to glen and down the mountainside.
Fire down the
Is
dark!
that man still here by the name of Cohen?
Yeah?
Sorry, pal, your warehouse is on fire.
What? My cabbages!
I need protections. Roma, see these men are protected. Always best to expect the unexpected.
Help me, please! Don't run away from that! Somebody! Anybody! My husband, he needs a... Still in the tub! My arm! Jesus Christ! It's shattered to pieces! They're slaughtering us! They're loud and Christmas tree now! But I know who's done it! Louis, you monster! You piece of shit! Worse than shit! And we all tolerate it! Have we lost our minds? Can we do something? Stop the bastard! Please, somebody help me!
Warehouse fire trial.
That's him! That lousy... Get the out of my way! That lousy pyromaniac! That shameless bastard! When I challenged him in the streets, he was carrying that gas can close to his chest! Excuse me, Mr. Fish! Stand with the man when I'm accusing you!
Hey, pull yourself together, Mr. Fish. This is a court of law. Need I remind you of the seriousness of the charges laid against you? Mr. Fish, how did you come by that can of gasoline? Oh my God. Can we please get the court physician to evaluate the defendant?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey. Yeah, no, he's fine.
Thank you.
No, I don't think that was a very thorough...
Thank you.
Your Honor, he's taking money from that man.
Your Honor, the man is clearly faking it.
The defense demands a second opinion.
Denied.
Mr. Jury, how did you happen to be on the spot when this devastating fire, which would destroy 22 buildings that same night, broke out in Cohen's warehouse?
I was taking an after-dinner stroll, sir. I find it aids in the digestion.
Are you aware, Mr. Jury, that the defendant, Mr. Fish, is an itinerant laborer who had never once set foot in this city until the day before the conflagration?
What? When?
Is the license number of your car 163678?
It is.
And was this car not parked outside Dogsborough's restaurant on 87th Street during the 4 hours immediately preceding the fire? And was Mr. Fish not dragged unconscious out of that same restaurant some 20 minutes before the fire took hold?
How should I know? I was away the whole day at Cicero. Well, I met 52 people, everyone of whom will swear they saw me.
But in your previous statement to the court, you said you were out walking for your digestion near Chicago docks.
So I ate in Cicero and I digested in Chicago. Problem?
Take a look at the defendant, Mr. Cohen. Have you ever had any quarrel with this man?
No, sir.
Ever seen him before today?
No.
Have you ever seen Mr. Geary before today?
Yes, I have, down the docks, day of the fire.
Before the fire?
Right before. He walked by with some other men carrying cans of gas.
It's a filthy
Order in the court!
Your warehouse. Are there any adjoining premises?
Sheet shipyard, as was. Matter of fact, there's an adjoining premises
premises connecting my place to their offices.
Are you aware that Mr. Jerry lives in the shipyard offices and consequently has a run of the premises?
I heard he was a stockroom manager or something of the sort.
Not yet. There we go. Court is adjourned.
Please stop!
Is your eyesight impaired, Mr. Cohen?
A little bit.
And do you recognize this man? This man?
No.
So you are not able to say with any confidence that you have ever seen him before?
No.
Final question, and one of the utmost importance. Please, take your time. Does your warehouse adjoin the premises of Sheets Shipyard as was?
No.
Oh, for the love of God. Your witness.
I identify the defendant exactly on account of his guilty appearance and the fact that he is 5'8". Well, never mind that. My sister-in-law has made it known to me that he was seen loitering outside City Hall on the day that my husband was shot dead while entering City Hall to do his civic duty. The defendant was carrying a Tommy gun and made a suspicious impression overall.
It has been alleged that persons were seen carrying cans of gasoline near the waterfront shortly before the warehouse fire broke out. Can you shed any light on this?
Oh yeah, that was probably Jimmy Greenwood there.
And Mr. Greenwool, is he in your employ?
Sure is.
And what is your business, Mr. Javola?
Oh well, I own a flower emporium. Got chrysanthemums, daffodils. I love the snapdragons myself.
And is there much call, Mr. Javola, in the flower emporium business for large quantities of gasoline?
Well, sure, if you got a big problem with greenfly or something like that.
And Mr. Greenfly, what was he? Mr. Greenwool, pardon me. What was he doing at the scene?
Singing like always. He loves to sing, Jimbo.
Oh, Daddy.
Unnecessary, frankly.
From glen to glen and
Yes, thank you.
down the mountainside.
Yes, that's quite enough.
Even when summer's in the meadow.
Oh, yeah, it was beautiful, but it was kind of stuck. So the press has seen fit to promulgate rumors to the effect that this court has seen pressure from certain quarters.
Yeah, all quarters.
The court wishes to affirm that there has been no such pressure from any quarter. There, that ought to do it. Nope.
Your Honor, in view of the fact that the defendant persists in simulating derangement, the prosecution moves that further questioning is futile.
He's coming round. Bring him some water, Your Honor. I will examine the defendant.
I object. This is posturing, chicanery, demagoguery.
Mr. Fish, can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, tell the court, did you or did you not set fire to a vegetable warehouse on the waterfront on the night in question? Come on, man, yes or no?
No.
When did you first come to Chicago? What date? Please.
Water.
Somebody.
Lies! Goddamn lies, the lot of it! It's a stitch up, I tell ya!
Have you seen this man before? Now put that gun away, Your Honor! Where? At Dogsborough's restaurant, by the docks. No, wait, now stop! Now, this is an outrage! I demand that glass be examined!
Your Honor,
this is the worst indictment of them all. Your honor no longer, but your disgrace. This ancient city's aged 100 years in just a short few days. Catastrophe, inflicted on it by this bloody band of butchering bastards.
Whoa, that was a lot of bees. Thank you.
Now, we're made to watch while justice lies prostrate and begs for mercy.
I object.
Suspend the trial.
Dog! You no good shyster! Come on, you son of a bitch! Let's take this outside and I'll knock you in the next week!
Your reputation goes before you, sir.
Oh, what did you say to me?
Okay, yeah.
Am I talking to you? I'm not. So keep your mouth shut. I'll make sure it stays shut permanent. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Order! I will have order!
The defense counsel will be arraigned for contempt of court in context in which Mr. Gearing's outburst is quite understandable. You're never going to win this, but continue.
Mr. Fish, did they give you anything to drink at Dogsborough's restaurant? Did you drink anything? A fish! Fish!
Oh, call it what you want. This fish is drowned.
Mr. Fish, I find you guilty of arson. It's my solemn duty to pass sentence. 13, 14, 15. Yeah, that sounds good. 15 years! Hard labor.
And so it is that I, John Dogsborough, allowed this vicious gang to terrorize the city that I love. My friends will say the man they know could never be so complicit in such horrific crimes. Alas, not true. I knew that Roma had murdered Sheet in cold blood. I knew that Geary murdered Bull because he knew too much about my false accountant. That he also shot poor Cohen dead and stole his hat and wore it with a smirk. God help me. I know that Javola has murdered 5 more men, and a list may be found below. And I confirm that all of these atrocities and more were orchestrated by none other than Arturo Ui. While I stood by and did nothing through greed and fear, the fear of forfeiting your trust. So it has come to pass, my name is dust.
And so it is that I, John Dogsborough, hereby bequeath my restaurant to Joe Givola. I wish him joy of it. My country house I leave to the dependable, if slightly fiery-tempered, Emmanuel Geary. My son I hereby give to Roma. Furthermore, it is my express wish that this said Ernesto Roma be appointed chief of police. Geary, a judge. Givola I nominate commissioner of welfare. For my own office, I must recommend Mr. Arturo Ui. Believe me when I say he is the best man for the job. I should know. I did it all those years. Well, there we are, boys. That ought to do it. By rights, that lead poisoning he had should have closed his account. The sooner he goes, the sooner the city can put up his monument. Whitewashed marble, gold lettering, the works. His name buried unsullied after all. Incidentally, Chief, if you ask me, Jerry's too tight with him.
Can I ask?
It's just my observation. He's too much at the patient's bedside.
I agree. I don't trust him.
Wise not to.
What do you hear? What do you say?
Hey, Jerry, how's old dog Brett doing?
Oh, the doc's got him sedated. Died, you know, sis, too much talk. It's bad for the old man's health.
Wait for somebody's.
Hey, what gives? Oh, I get it. Has this skunk been bad-mouthing me again?
Don't cool it. Take a look at this.
What's this? Chief of Police, Roma. You gotta be kidding, right?
It's his honesty. Now, personally, I wouldn't trust him. Oh, hey, Roma. Well, here it is, the will.
Let's have a look. What's this? Judy? A judge? Holy moly. Where's the real McCoy?
I, disposed of it. This is the only will now.
You're dirty, cheating, double-crossing rats! I bet that limp of yours is phony too. But me, I'm a man. What are the kind of lies they can feed you? I'll squash with a couple of roaches.
The way he talks to me, I'm not some punk, some two-bit hatchet man.
The way he disrespects you guys, Jesus! These two-bit hatchet men, they are dirty work. His shirt costs more than you fellas see in a month of Sundays, all courtesy of Clark's Taylor. They're schmoozing with the Cauliflower Trust, and you put up with it.
Put up with what?
With him, shooting up O'Leary's trucks.
This true or anything?
I didn't order it. Just some of the boys got carried away. Hi, Jinx.
Jinx that was. Jinx. Jinx. Jinx.
They're asking, why is it always the little guy, the palook in the crummy corner store? Why can't the big shots take it for once, eh?
Trust's gone crazy.
Clark said he'll go to the authorities. Put in a complaint at City Hall.
Ernesto, you know this mustn't happen.
Come on, boss.
Gotta do something.
Buster! Let me see your hands, I mean it.
For Christ's sake, you're making everybody nervous. So what if some wet-the-bed wasted a truck? We'll clean it up just like we always do. Everything is A-okay just now. Protection revenues are flooding in. And this is just for starters. I got plans. Big plans.
Make them put their pieces away, then maybe we could banter about plans. Jesus, if Clark walked in right now.
Give. Everybody. Quit fooling around.
Fooling around. They're the ones who are fooling. They've sold you out to these Clarks and Dogsboroughs. If Clark walked in right now, you make me sick. Where's all that dough gone? And the shipyard loan. You were supposed to get a nice cut, but I ain't seen a solitary nickel. Have you, boss? Meanwhile, these boys who bust their asses for you, smashing windows lugging gasoline. Where's the boss, they ask? Saw his car outside the St. James likes to hobnob these days. Don't give a shit about us. Wake up, would ya?
Make your mind up time.
Was that right? You're talking to me. You're talking to me. You're talking to me. You threaten me, the four years. You know me. Anything for a quiet life, but threats I can't ignore nor tolerate. You told a lie. You trust me, but there's the door. You follow me, or else that's it. We're finished. If we're finished, understand there's consequences. I demand absolute faith from my men. How do you think I got where I am today? Your faith in the cause, total, fanatical faith in my fate, my cause, my destiny. The day I forced this city to its knees, this faith was all the firepower I needed. As I walked the corridors of power, faith kept me strong, made me invincible.
You had one of those?
Other men have them. But what I got
and they don't, is unshakable faith that I am headed for the very top. This is why you gotta put your faith in me. Faith! And I, Arturo Ui, will lead the path to total victory. And after that, I will decide what happens. Who gets what, who does what, to whom, and why. The subject's closed for now. Put your faith in me, all right?
Arturo.
Make yourself scarce. Scram.
Oh, hey, Ernie. That's a nice hat.
Come on, Mom, Dad, don't fight.
Scram, I said! And take that Batson laugh with you, Judy. I hate that f***ing laugh. And if I never see that hokey limp again... What's the matter, Arturo?
Shut up for a minute.
What you said about faith. Amen to that. How could we even look at it in the eye without faith? The time to act is now. Judy's put in double cross.
Forget about Jitty for 1 second, would ya? Sit down, Ernesto. I got plans, big plans. We're done here in Chicago. I want more.
More what?
More everything. There's vegetables in other cities.
At different places.
What I need is a kind of a dress rehearsal, a trial run, somewhere not too big.
Got anywhere in mind?
Yeah, Cicero.
It's where that bastard Dolphy publishes his paper, what's it, the Veggie Table Sun-Times? Every morning he calls me names.
That right.
He says I wrote a cheat.
Always gotta knock that off.
The things he prints in black and white can make a guy see red.
These Ciceronians, they love our produce, but they're not too keen on us. And this Mrs. Dulfleet, she says she's keen to join up with the trust, but while we're on the scene, she doth protest.
Wait a minute. It was the trust's idea to annex Cicero. Christ, Arturo.
What?
Don't you see their game?
What game?
You got him cornered, had him by the balls, and now they think they found it out. The will. Dogsboro reads out his will to the assembled press, naming you, Arturo Ui, as the cause of all Chicago's ills. I'm telling you, boss, they got it all figured out. Jitty's thick as thieves of Clark, and Givolo, well, he dislikes the chaos. That will gets out, you can forget about Cicero.
Kept all this a secret from me? Christ, no wonder they weren't so keen for me to visit Cicero.
Would you let me handle it? Please, it'd be an honor. You my boys can be there by 1 o'clock. Private ambulance, that's what we'll say. Take him to the morgue.
What if Jitty's there?
2 birds, 1 stone.
What about Givola?
I'll stop by his place bright and early to a funeral reads for Dogsboro and Laughing Boy. And I'll pay for them in kind.
My thanks, Ernesto. This outrageous plot must be met with overwhelming force. We'll fight him with our faith, huh?
With our faith! Do me this favor, though, would you love to know? Show up before the appointed hour and put my boys in the picture. Speechifying ain't my strong suit.
Sure thing.
I always knew it'd come down to this. Just you and me.
Got everything you need?
All at the garage.
I'll see you there. What time?
Just before 1. Ah, jeez. It's like the old street fighting days. Shorty.
Friends, a dicky bird is telling me there's treason in the air. Double crossers, sharpening their daggers. These characters, close friends of mine for many years, they're turning their backs on me. Crazy for power, ruined by money lust. These fellow travelers are scheming with the vegetable bigwigs. No, they're not. That doesn't sound right. Are scheming with the law to cut us all in half. You and me both. Put us 6 feet under. And my patience is exhausted, boys. Tonight, you take your orders from Ernesto Roma, my trusted lieutenant. Hey, boss.
Hello, Arturo. Miss Betty Dolphy, here from Cicero with a view to your mutual understanding.
I'm all ears.
As you know, there's been talks of a merger between our 2 great enterprises.
However,
I'll be honest, there were some objections raised pertaining to your presence on the board. These were, I'm pleased to say, dealt with robustly. And so Miss Dolphy is here today
to offer an olive branch. And as I do so, I feel it is essential to emphasize that my husband's editorial was not directed at you, Mr. Ui.
Oh, yeah?
Look, Sheets alleged suicide. That's gone down very, very badly over in Cicero. Now there's the business of O'Leary's trucks being used for target practice by, well, we can't be too sure now, can we? But one of your associates is in the frame.
Do you know
Cicero children call a spotted cauliflower a Chicago flower? It thrills them to imagine that the spots are really someone's blood, spattered on by a gangster's gun.
You just came here to insult me?
Not at all. Mr. Clark has vouched for your good character. The man Roma is the problem.
Oh yeah?
See, boss.
Shut up! Ernesto Roma is my friend, capiche? Nobody tells me who I should and shouldn't pal around with. Goddamn liberty, boss!
Liberty indeed, yes, Mr. Ui. She is a paragon and vulnerable. And while he draws breath, my husband Ignatius will defend her from the likes of Roma.
Mr. Dolefleet has the Trust's wholehearted backing. I hope you catch my drift. Friendship and business sometimes you got to choose between the two. I'm sure you understand.
I've said my piece.
Miss Dolefleet, I'm so truly sorry our meeting here has been so unproductive. Most unwise.
You know what this means, don't you? Your refusal, O'Leary's trucks? It's war.
I'm not afraid of war.
Against the trust, the city, the police, the press. Come on, Arturo. Call him back. It makes sense every which way.
I'll tell you what makes sense to me. Loyalty.
Loyalty. Have you ever heard a word and thought, that's nuts? The sound of it. Loyalty. Loyalty. Loyalty.
Trouble in an empty garage on the north side.
Past 1 o'clock. He must be held up. Or got second thoughts, maybe. He's hesitating, which is only human. Fighting with himself. It'll come through. Don't you worry. See that bastard shitty full of holes? I tell you, the relief will be something else. Like you've been busting for a leak and then you let go. Stay in the rain. Drives me crazy. I like a little crazy now and then. Hard rain, long nights, fast cars, fun friends. That's all I want to like. How long have you known Arturo? 18 years. No kidding, that's a friendship.
Pay him on the cost, just like police headquarters.
Right! Shut up! Down! Clear in the alley.
Clear.
Funny thing, smoking. You look real tough and all, but your brain, it's jelly. Still, you got the look. You feel tough and you might even act it. Looks like I got the shakes.
Don't worry about it. Shows you're sensitive. I don't go for beefcake bully types. Shake as much as you want. It's like the compass looking for north. It's made of steel, but still it trembles if it finds the right direction. You're looking for yours is all.
Cop car just past 39th Street.
Is it stopping?
No. You're just in the corner. Headlights off.
Jesus Christ, they're waiting for Arturo. Those bastards, Givola and Jimmy. It's a trap, we gotta head him off. Let's go.
That's suicide.
So be it. We're blood brothers 18 years, remember? Got your choppers ready? Raise the shutter. Arturo!
Yeah, and Givola.
What's going on? You really had me going. Holy moly, everything's okay, right?
Why wouldn't it be?
You had us worried, boss. You ought to shake this fellow by the hand. He was ready to walk into hellfire to save you.
Ernesto!
Collect that gun, stick him in the corner. The kid too. Quickly. Pieces of shit. Little plan to stiff me in Dogsboro? It's over. Got you first. Timing's everything. Don't try to resist. No point. You got a lesson you need to learn. Yeah. You want to stab me in the back, huh? Do ya?
He's coming round. He's gonna wish he hadn't.
I'll be a dog for Rose Country Place.
Murder! You dirty stinking traitors!
Let him have it.
Chivola, what the hell?
Double-crossing bastards get what's been coming to them.
Stop! Those are my men, Christ almighty! Where's Arturo? What have you done with him? Where is he?
You just missed him.
You dirty dog!
Called me once a cripple. Very well. Let's see, my friend, how straight you walk the hell.
Wallace Flower Emporium. The dog fleets receive a personal tour.
Yeah, I don't like this one bit.
Oh, please, Ignatius. They've taken care of Roma, haven't they?
Yeah, I call that murder.
No matter. Clark believes that Louis ready to put the years of storm and stress behind him. He's a reformed character, someone we can do business with. But if you keep on goading and provoking him, he may well attack, Ignatius. Keep your mouth shut and reconvene.
Oh, well, look who's here! The boss is in the back. He's so excited for your visit. I'm sorry I can't stick around for a while. Givola's after me. I pinched this head off of him. See you, suckers!
Yeah, these not-so-gentlemen have snatched the poo of my printing presses, which you know does not vote.
Welcome, Mrs. Dolefleet. Mr. Dolefleet, how are you?
To be honest with you, sir, I'm uncomfortable. I didn't want to come.
Not come? How come? An honorable man like yourself is welcome anywhere.
As is a beautiful lady also.
You know, I've always considered it my duty to speak out
Damn
wherever.
misunderstandings. But you and I got to know each other from the start, shared our points of view. Hand on heart, I always think it best when what has to happen, happens peaceful.
Oh, but instead, we have this violence.
Oh, I hate it! Hate it with a passion. I'm asking you, Ignatius, to think of me as your good friend, somebody you can rely on. I offer you my loyalty. And in return, you stop your failing paper spreading all this fake news. It's upsetting.
Oh, I'm a newsman. I write about what's happening. If it doesn't happen, then I don't write about it.
That's it exactly. You don't write about it. So I implore you, Ignatius, don't go printing up all these scarifying stories about trigger-happy gangsters going crazy every place. Now, I'm not saying we're perfect. I couldn't rule it out to say, for instance, you may occasionally hear our guys use an uncouth language. Pardon us. To swear is human.
And forgive, divine.
And if a grocer buys one of our guys a beer, say thanks for its prompt delivery. Well, that's just plain good manners, not corruption. Why write it up as if it is, huh?
Mr. Ui, my husband's only human.
Oh, he's famous for that darling. Now, I think everything is nice and discussed and friendly here. Between friends. Oh, maybe it's more of my flower emporium.
Why not? After you, Dolefleet.
These flowers. And not count.
That's why I like them. They're legits.
Oh, the tulip. A quiet life is hers.
What, no reporters to get on her nerves?
The strong man's stronger when he knows his force.
He who shoots justly need feel no remorse.
With lies and tricks and guns and fists.
My dear lady, we're pragmatists.
Okay, well then.
You're pale.
No, you know, it overpowers.
Oh, well, maybe it's the scent of flowers.
I think you've put the rest to doubt.
Communication, what it's all about.
Friendships that prosper in times so dark.
I like a woman so
company to feed. No more papers left to read. So what's to do about it? Let's put out the lights and go to bed. No more anything to drink. Leave those dishes in the sink. What's to do about it? Whisper nighty night and go to bed. No more money in the bank. No cute baby we can spank. Oh, what's to do about it? Let's put out the lights and go to
All right, Mr. Ui, I think I have everything I need.
Mr. Dolphley, your decision does you proud, and Cicero will be all the better for it. The two men, such as ourselves, have found each other, can only argue well.
Dolphley. Now what? Is that spelled with 2 L's and 2 E's?
Can you believe it?
Beauty for a beauty.
Thank you. Thank you. See you soon, Mr. Ui.
Hey!
At last we can move with our plan.
Really don't like that man.
Some kids say that the world today is all upside down. Sometimes they're smiling, sometimes they frown. My heart felt so for the kids next door when I heard him cry. Here's what he told me when I asked him why. I played horseback down the street with my broom down the street. When somebody moved the street, I tore down and go boom. Then I got up on my horse, broom of course was my horse. When somebody moved the horse, I tore down and go boom. But stop it, they're selling us nowadays. It's not so good. It's got to blind you. I remind you years ago you'd buy some wine, wind up singing at a line. Now you wind up on your spine, but you pour down and go boom.
Dolphley's funeral.
And so, with full and heavy heart we do commend the soul of our brother Ignatius to you, Almighty God. His was a life of selfless toil, of sacrifice and labor. The conscience of our town has passed away. This was a man who was right from wrong, who, through the pages of his publications, spoke loud the truth and was its champion far and wide. And so, Almighty Father, take Ignatius Dolphley to your care. May his soul rest in peace, eternal light shine upon him forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. Nothing on the cause of death. That's good.
Your father's got his head screwed on right. Hey, clock!
Are you standing sentry at the graveside now, huh? Why? In case the truth slips out one of those mourners' mouths?
Oh, take it easy, friend. The boss is in a mood, so do yourself a favor, all right?
Damn you. Dolphley kept his wife. He kept his wife!
Now, well, we needed more than that. We needed him to speak up nice and loud for us.
You bastards.
Oh, look on the bright side, huh? Your cauliflowers are flying out the doors of all good Cicero greengroceries. Which is a good thing, no?
No. Not if people are slaughtered in the process. And hypocrites! Like you guys don't eat the meat we slaughter for you. You've been drooling over the best cuts of the carcass, bon appetit. But now you cuss the cooks for using a cleaver. Uncle.
Let's go. We bitterly regret the day we brought them in. Worst thing we ever did.
Here's the widow, 9 o'clock.
Mrs. Dolphley, to my every sympathy.
Wait a second, sister.
Like I was saying, my deep condolences for your sad loss. Dolphley's gone. He's dead, God rest his soul. Vegetables, however, they're still with us. Hard for you to see through a widow's tears how easily they flow for your poor husband, tragically taken. But your business needs you now. Your law-abiding truck sprayed with bullets, tons of your stock soaked in gasoline. Me and my associates stand ready to offer you peace of mind. What do you say?
Dear God, do you hear this? Ignatius Bailey in his grave.
You're angry. So am I. Ignatius was my friend, butchered at the hands of some
The
depraved.
hand that struck him down was the same hand he reached out to in hope of friendship. Yours. Yours. Yours!
Just like the husband. His face like this, cold as a witch's tit. All I wanted from him was some tiny sign, if not of affection, and an acknowledgement of shared experience, of brotherhood.
God give me strength.
You got strength to burn. Inside you beats the heart of
Don't speak to me about my heart. You've crushed it. I'm dead inside. There's a vacuum where yours should be.
I'm speaking from it now.
Bloodshed stirs your loins like nothing else. Violence is your daily bread and butter. Depravity is your religion. But love and kindness, these things disgust you. Provoke you to revenge yourself on their perpetrators.
You done? See, it's a point of principle with me, always to listen to the other side. Let's face it, people like you don't like people like me in general. You and me, though, we got this connection. Cauliflower. Cauliflower's the bridge between these two islands of experience.
No, Ui. There is no bridge here. No connection here. Just my husband's murder.
Okay, I'll cut to the chase. No use appealing to you as a human being. You're the owner of a very profitable concern, and I'm a player in the industry. So I'm asking you, how your collies doing? We've all lost family, but life goes on.
And I will spend the rest of mine in grief, warning citizens against the spread of this disease. My every breath will be, cut out this cancer, exterminate.
Hey, watch your mouth.
I hate these places. Don't you? Broken gravestones everywhere. Reminds me of the dentists. Everything rots in the end. Only money outlives us if we make enough.
Oh, Ignatius, now I know you are lost to me, forever.
That's right. He's gone. Let it all out now. It's a cruel world, a veil of tears. You're alone now, and Cicero undefended against the nasties and the maniacs.
What kind of a monster are you? I am a widow of a man, one of many you have murdered. I suppose you come to all the funerals.
Face it, Betty, you need my protection. I'm your last hope. Me, Arturo Ui.
You won't win.
Oh yeah, who says I won't?
God protects us from our protectors.
What's your answer, Betty?
My answer to what?
Friends forever.
Over my dead body.
Bloody shit. Have pity get you gone.
All for nothing. All the butchery, the bullying, the foaming at the mouth, the murders in cold blood. For nothing. Why? Because the roots of all of them are rotten. They won't be bearing fruit anytime soon. You can't mix treason in the soil. They don't make good manure. Sure, the Clarks and Dolefleets of this world are fair game, but me? Come on, Arturo! When you cut me down, you cut yourself. We were brothers, Arturo. Remember when we first met? A shadow you were in that flop house in Hoboken, remember that? Now, I'm hungry for all time, drifting through this cold and bleak forever while you size up the menu at the St. James with all the swell directors. Enjoy yourself. Because just as treachery has made you, so it will undo you. just as you betrayed me, your best lieutenant, and your oldest friend. You'll do the same to everybody else. But I swear to you, Arturo, the day is coming when all the corpses you have made will rise up, filled with worms and hatred, and when they catch you, they will not pity you. Your desperate pleas, an echo of my own pathetic screams.
Shoot, kill him,
Hell is here, my friend, as you damn well know!
Financial district. Vegetable traders riot.
Murder, slaughter, robbery, extortion. They came into our store, stinking of whiskey. They were, swear to God, waving their guns around, shouting and bawling. Told them straight, we're cool. I was like this. Who didn't even recognize me? Hey, you think I'm gonna buckle just like that? Damn right I am. I can't afford no doctor. How many sides take it?
Yeah, I call it common sense, not cowardice. It's using this. The idea being, we tough it out. We grit our teeth and pay them off and hope the bastards go easy on us. Trouble is, they don't.
Well, I take them on like that. Now, where'd I leave my Tommy gun? Oh, yeah, forgot. Ain't got one. Never mind.
Yeah, they got boxes of ammo. Well, we got boxes of asparagus.
You can smack me around the head with sticks of celery.
Hey!
Chicago!
Hey, Mr. Romans, what brings you here?
Orders.
Yeah, from you-know-who.
So you let him just shout the odds now?
This gun does all the shouting.
Yeah, so, we listen.
What are you, yellow? Stay to fight like men. In any case, why don't you go to the law?
Well, there is no law in Cicero.
Not now.
Well, seriously, you gotta make a stand. He's like the Black Death. It's gotta be stamped out.
Yeah, you gotta do something, for your country's good.
Why us?
Yeah, I pray that somewhere, someday, the bastard picks a fight with someone with bigger...
Sharper teeth.
Hiya, friends! Is everybody here from Cicero?
We're here.
All present.
Great, and from Chicago?
Present. Friends, on behalf of the Cauliflower Trust, a very warm welcome to you. First item, Mr. Clark would like to say a few words.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, over the past several weeks, there's been a clutch of, shall we say, muscular negotiations. But the upshot is, I can announce today that Dole Fleet Wholesale of Cicero has joined forces with the Trust, who will now supply their stock. The obvious advantage, of course, goes to you Cicero purveyors with secure and prompt deliveries. These benefits will be nigh on instantaneous. Other changes include slightly higher wholesale prices, but these are fixed already. So now it gives me the greatest of pleasure, Miss Dolphy, to welcome you and yours into our fold. The newest member of our proud organization. Welcome.
Oh my God, it's Betty Dolphy,
Is that
everyone.
Betty?
Yeah, yay, Betty.
Silence for Arturo Ui.
My fellow Chicagoans and our friends from Cicero, has it only been a year since the late lamented Dogsboro begged me, fearful to save Chicago's vegetable retail infrastructure? Don't mind telling you, it choked me up the way the old man spoke to me, all broken-hearted. And I confess, I wasn't none too sure I could justify his faith in me. Dogsboro's dead and buried now, God bless. His final instructions are enshrined in his will, which is public property and therefore all to read, in plain English, straightforward as the man himself. He calls me his son, and he thanks me from the bottom of his heart for all my diligence. Today, the entire industry is under my watchful protection. I put this down not to luck or happenstance, no sir, but to my unwavering determination, my will to power through, no matter what. Then when, to my great surprise, another offer came from Mr. Dullfleet, asking me to take Cicero under my wing, I gave my assent, on one condition. The people of Cicero have to rubber stamp it, every man jack, unanimously. I told my men in no uncertain terms there must be no suggestion, not a whiff of intimidation or coercion. Believe me, the last thing I want's a grudging obedience, a chilly atmosphere around the place. Half measures, compromise, no thanks, not for me. It's all or nothing. I want the people of Cicero to say with one voice, united, strong, and joyful, yes, that is what I want. And you, good men of Chicago, who know me and do therefore respect me, I want you to join your voice with theirs and say, yes! Now who's with me? Oh, by the way, I should add, if you're not with me, fellas, you're against me. You may now vote.
In one short minute, but first, Mrs. Dolfleet would like to say a few words. The floor is yours, lady.
Dear friends, I wish Ignatius were here to guide us and advise us.
May he rest in peace.
But I do encourage you to put your trust in Mr. Ui, as I have done so myself, now that I know him better than before.
Okay then.
Time to vote, you lucky suckers!
All those in favor of Arturo Ui, raise your right hands.
We'd like to leave now, please.
Well, there's the door. See, everyone is free to do just as he pleases.
Bene! So what do you say, gents? Your free and fair decisions, please.
The ayes have it.
Bravo!
They've made their bed, now all lights are there. Hearts full of joy with sweaty palms to the loft, the veggie men of Cicero and Chicago nominate you the Protector General.
And I thank them. I remember when I landed here 15 years since, just an ordinary Joe from the Bronx with 7 solid pals, out of work, looking for direction. Then, destiny inspired in me an iron will to bring peace to the vegetable trade. We, who were so few, fought fanatically for this dream of peace. Now we are many. The dream is now our stark reality. The task before us now is to protect. Protect again and protect some more. To this end, I'm buying in substantial hardware. Machine guns, armored cars, hand grenades, revolvers, rubber truncheons, and all the rest. Because important as you are, Cicero and Chicago, you're not the only American cities in need of protection. There's vegetables in other places too, and all of them are calling out for me. Detroit, Duluth, Connecticut, Flint, Pittsburgh, Little Rock, anywhere veg is bought and sold. Cleveland, Columbia, Charleston, New York, Milwaukee, Cincinnati, Philadelphia, Missouri. I'll give them what they need. And what they need's Arturo Ui!
So we must learn to see, not stand and gawk, to act and not indulge in endless talk. This bastard almost won the human race. The world fought back and put him in his place. But there's no time for bunting and champagne. The bitch that bore him is in heat again.